Okay, so I'm gonna try and keep this as uncut as possible, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of crying. Haven't even bothered to take this off my bed, haven't been bothered to like straighten out the creases. I just want this to be like really honest. I have my camera facing me today instead of, usually I film with my back camera, but I just wanted to quickly get this set up and like ready to go. But there's some stuff that like I've always wanted to talk about, but it's kind of hard when, you know, you've kept it to yourself for so long and like no one really knows what like you've gone through. But basically, like, I filmed a clothing video today. I filmed a clothing video. It did actually go up in replacement, or like, yeah, in replacement of this video. And I went to edit it and I was super excited, and like, you know, I was really happy with like how it went. And then I looked at the footage, and as stupid as it sounds, like, I couldn't edit it. So what I do is like, I click onto the video that I want to go edit, and then I quickly skim through it to make sure like all the shots are okay. And I was skimming through, and like, so basically when I was doing the try on haul, I was just getting undressed like in front of the camera, and I was just getting undressed in front of the camera, and obviously when I went to edit it I could see everything. Obviously you wouldn't see that, but like I'd obviously see it, and it was just, it was hard to look at. Like, basically years ago, it's so weird saying it because like not many people know, but like I suffered with like a really bad eating disorder. And it's not easy to talk about, but like I feel like they're not talked about enough. And basically, even though I've overcome it, if anyone knows, like an eating disorder is like very much like, oh. I have instant tan on. Oops. But ignore that, I'm sorry. But like, basically, if anyone knows, for anyone that's overcome an eating disorder, usually you still have the mental battles over a couple of years of like trying to deal with it, and it's very much a mental thing. And you like, it's so hard to explain, but basically you've good days, you've bad days. Sorry, I can't take myself seriously here. You've good days, you've bad days, and a lot of the time they're good, but then you've got like bad periods of, you know, relapsing into like that kind of like mental state. And for me, it's been happening a lot recently, which is like so difficult to talk about, but like it needs to be talked about. That like, for the whole time I went through that part of my life, no one knew, no one around me knew. People used to be like, oh my god, like you're so skinny, like oh my god, like you're so tiny, oh my god, you're basically anorexic, like stuff like that. And like, if you don't know what someone's going through, you kind of just don't think about it, which is completely like, it's understandable, but it used to really trigger me. And like now, when I got back into having like a decent relationship with food. I was like heading to the gym, and the gym was a great way for me to like, you know, get rid of those feelings and shit like that. But now obviously lockdown has happened, and I've probably not been to the gym properly in like, I'd say nearly a year now. And home workouts, like, if anyone knows, home workouts are so hard to like get yourself up to do, and I have been forcing myself to do it because I know that like they make me feel better. But like watching that, looking through the footage of that clothes tutorial, that's not even a thing, what's it called, clothing haul, it was just really difficult because like, as has anyone putting on weight during lockdown? Has obviously been a thing because you emotional eat. But it's just hard, it's really hard on me personally because I'm like giving out to myself for letting myself go while I'm eating so much more. And like, I've only like in the past like year or so realised that like food is fuel, you need food to fuel your body. But when you see your body like change, it's just really hard because like I personally, this is just a mess, I personally store my fat in my stomach, and like I'm really self-conscious about it. I'm like, it sounds so silly, and like you're probably watching this being like, why is she uploading this? But it's just a thing of like, I have so much to say, and like I don't even know where to like begin. But like, I've just realised that like me going to the gym really like helped with my mental health and helped with like how I felt about my body. Even if I look the exact same as I do now but was still going to gym, I feel better about myself. And I've put on weight in my stomach, and like I'm a really like insecure person when it comes to like weight because I've dealt with that. And like going from like doing that to myself to like now in my head like subconsciously like counting calories, or like knowing I shouldn't be eating something and feeling guilty about eating it. It's just really difficult to like, it's hard to get your head around. And like I think I'm just like, I want to put it out there for anyone who is like going through something similar. It's like, it's normal that you're feeling this way during these times because you're not doing as much as you used to. And like, I'm a tiny person, like I'm 5 foot and I weigh 53 kilos, so like I'm tiny, but because my fat storage is in my stomach, all I see is like myself as fat, which is so stupid because I know I'm not. Like, see, this is the thing, is that like I can consciously say to you, I know I'm not fat, but then seeing that, it's just so hard. I feel like eventually I'll do like a proper video on like eating disorders and like what I went through, because I went through from such a young age. Like, what, I was in 4 class, so I would have been, what age? You're 7 and 8 in second, 8 and 9, so from 10 until the age of probably 17. And obviously I'm 20 now and I still kind of like suffer with it in terms of like mentally, not like physically. And it's just so hard because like no one knew for years, and then my poor mum caught onto it. I lost my periods, and it's just so hard because like I'm also the type of person where if a shitty situation happens, so like say if a breakup happens, I don't eat, and that's horrible, and like that stems from like the eating disorder and whatever, but like I literally don't eat whatsoever, and I lose so much weight, but then it gets to this point where like I've gained weight, and it's just like it's a constant cycle. And the thing is like it's just so hard because like my calories in versus calories out are normal, but it's just like, see, this is the thing, you can't target fat like loss, like I can't target like my stomach, like you just have to be in a calorie, like this is terrible, you have to be in like a calorie deficit to lose weight. But if I lose weight anywhere else in my body, it just doesn't make sense, like it's just so difficult. And like it's just a really hard thing because like I know I'm not fat or like overweight, it's just a really difficult thing. And like I just couldn't bring myself to edit that video, and that video won't be going up because I can't look at myself, which is horrible. But you know, sometimes like I just need to work on myself before I put that kind of stuff out there, because like I look and feel my best when I'm in the gym, and then being at home and not being able to like fully get where you want to be, it's just difficult. It's hard. And I just want to put out as well, I don't want any pity. I might even turn the comments off of this. I don't want any pity, I don't want anything like, oh my god, hope you're okay, like I'm fine. But I just need it to be like made aware if anyone else is suffering, or anyone else has been through that and thinks, why are they going back into that, that like it's okay, that you're not alone, like unless you're going through it with you. It's so difficult, and it's really difficult. It's so difficult, and it's really difficult to talk about as well, because no one understands unless you've gone through it. And it sounds silly, but like you wouldn't even understand if you're on the other scale of it. Like I feel like you need to be on the scale of like the same path. I might eventually do a video on it, just to talk about like what I've been through and like the feelings that I still get now and stuff like that, because not a lot of people know that I've been through it. And up until a year ago, I was only saying to my mum last night, up until a year ago, or even this time last year, I wouldn't have been able to live on my own. I don't live on my own, but I'm just saying I wouldn't have been able to live on my own because I literally wouldn't eat. And now like I eat 3 meals a day, I snack. I just want to let everyone know though, like if anyone's going through anything like this or something similar, that like my Instagram DMs are always open. I wish YouTube had DMs, but like my Instagram's always open to text me. But it's just something that needs to be talked about because it's not talked about enough. And because everyone else suffers with it differently, I feel like there's never enough content out there about it. Like, for what I went through, versus someone who like suffered with like anorexia, we can't compare each other to ourselves, and we're not gonna have gone through the same thing. So I find it hard to relate to them and their story, because I didn't go through that. But what I went through, maybe someone else has gone through. It's just difficult, isn't it? I'm just gonna make a point though, to just like being honest here. So this is my body. I'm not sucking in, I'm not bloating. I'm definitely bloating. I'm not sucking in. I carry my fat storage here. There. And like, that's really hard for me to like look at, because before I've gone to the gym 5 days a week, trained 5 days a week, trained heavy, was tiny, and like now I can't even look at myself in the mirror without like being so sad. Like, I just want the gym to be back open again. I just want the gym to be back open again, because it really does take a toll on your mental health and like how you perceive yourself and like food and stuff like that. Because like with like my past and like my relationship with food now, it's like when I'm at the gym I will eat to fuel my body, but now when you're not in the gym, the way my brain works is that like I don't need the food because I'm not doing what I was doing, which is terrible, because like you need food to fuel your body to work. But in my head, the way my brain works is you're not doing anything, so you don't need that food. But then I end up binge eating anyways. Like, it's just like, it's a freaking constant cycle. But this is getting long, and I said it's gonna be unedited, so I might do a video on it soon. There's a lot of knowledge I need to pull from this brain of like going back there and being able to talk about it without like this. But yeah, if anyone's like going through something similar, like, I feel you. Clothing hauls will not be happening. I just can't understand why my body looks like this when I don't overeat. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys are having a good day. And yeah.